Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Video Game Madness 15 here. I want to kind of talk about some things that's kind of going on into the GTA world now. I usually want to talk about a whole lot of this stuff, and I want to bring. If you guys know me and have been part of this channel for a long time, I don't bring politics and religion into this thing because it's shit. Um, but there's a situation going on that I do want to talk about. I will give details, but I'm not going to go all politics. I'm going to just talk about a situation that's going on, my thoughts, and we'll give you guys links and whatnot to kind of help support this. But there's a famous GTA YouTuber by the name of Dark Viper AU. Now, about a day or so after the that Charlie Kirk guy's death or something, he did a post that was like meant for like satire. Um, Apparently it didn't go that way. A lot of people didn't see it like that, and he started to get death threats. People were literally threatening him, his life, taking pictures, doxing him, all this shit. And a creator who he had supported a lot and was referencing or whatever, and a YouTuber that I watched a little bit myself, CyberBoi, he started to do nothing but make up lies and talk shit. And this was something that heavily escalated to something to where honestly I don't think nobody should trust CyberBoi. A He's right up there with Mr. Boss for the win and Fernando, if you guys can believe that, because this guy is a real piece of monkey shit. Now, from what was going on, there was a little thing that CyberBoi had started, and Mr. Viper was like, hey, can we at least discuss this into DMs and whatnot? And they tried, but CyberBoi, taking things out of context and also, making false claims. He leaked like their DMs onto some video and then, continued to push and push and push and push. Then, this sent, Dark Viper kind of like off the deep end. And honestly, I do feel bad for that guy because I'll be honest with you guys. I'll even tell you guys a little story here before we get into it. Back in 2023, early to mid 2023, scrolling through Twitter and whatnot, I saw, one of those GTA 6 voice actor things that, he was playing off as a joke. And I assumed that he was, just another one of those clickbaiter guys. And I thought he was an asshole. I thought he was, just, one of those pieces of shits. I assumed that. And then 3 months ago or whatever, I saw one of his videos pop up on my recommended page. And I was like, look, I've called this guy, I've like had these thoughts about Viper and whatnot, but I've never I never gave a guy a benefit of the doubt. So I watched one of his videos. I believe it was GTA Guesser that he was doing at the time with The Professional. And I liked it. I liked, what he was doing. And I had at that point felt like I was in the wrong. That I, assumed that this guy was a piece of shit and whatnot. And so that got me to watch more of his videos. And this guy, if he does one thing well, it's satire. This guy is, like he mentions, he does a lot of the dark humor things and whatnot. And he's a funny guy. He's also a good guy, at least from what can be shown. But there's been this whole thing going on with CyberBoi and whatnot. And one, leaking like your DMs and trying to do that to spin it for your way is fucked up. It's bullshit. Another thing that he did, which I think is the most screwed up, which is the biggest thing on why nobody should go to CyberBoi, is because he faked his father's sickness. Now, something that he had talked about was like his father was very sick, and this was back in July. He was talking about how his father was sick and had like this incurable disease. And during a dispute between Viper and CyberBoi, he was like, "My dad suffered from fucking cancer, and this wasn't all public knowledge until you blabbed this all over the internet." And with the proof that Viper proof like shows, it shows you that he never leaked any of the shit on the internet. And the video that CyberBoi made back in July, it was like, I don't know what game he was like streaming or doing a video on, but he was talking about his father, saying how it was an incurable disease, and then backpedals into this whole cancer thing. Now, as a guy who actually lost his father, like if your dad has, something really going on, then look, I'm sorry, I kind of wish the best. I hope that there's a recovery, because losing a father is not easy. Believe me, I've been on the hard end of it. But using your father's health as a way to get away with accountability is where this guy showed his true colors, because this is a guy who farms 400 600 videos of GTA for likes, and he makes all these things going like, oh, they're real and whatnot, when there's been nothing official from Rockstar since trailer 2. There has been nothing, and I mean nothing actually Rockstar GTA 6 related that's actually real. And another thing too is that with CyberBoi, right? He keeps on, pushing the envelope, and he's causing all this shit that didn't need to be if he just kept his fucking mouth shut. And the thing is like, everybody has their own opinions about certain things, right? And we're all entitled to our own opinions. But in the video that he had made talking to Dark Viper, calling him out, his first video on it that actually had gotten deleted showed that he had no facts to back up his claims. He was going basically off of bullshit. And then the second one, he, tries to do this fake apology, but he's not really doing it, because he's just continuing to backpedal and backpedal. Now, look, you can like Dark Viper, you can hate him, but the guy getting like death threats or whatever, it's drawing the fucking line. It's insane. It's sickening. It's disgraceful. And anyone getting death threats, it's just god awful. I don't care who you are. It's just an awful thing. But to dodge accountability and to shove constant lies, especially to a person who actually supported you and made you what you fucking are, shows you all that you need to know. And if you guys want like further, super deeper context, I will post 2 videos from Dark Viper AU. I will post like his 4-minute video, as well as the 4-hour video that he goes into detail about all the interactions that was caused between him and CyberBoi, and then everything layered out. And that's just something I really wanted to talk about. I really wanted to bring up. So, in short, don't subscribe to CyberBoi. This guy is a shitty human being, a shitty guy, a guy that's just farming GTA 6 stuff for clicks, for views, and he's screwing over other people that have actually made him what he is. Again, like Viper and possibly a few other people. And he's, dodging accountability. And that's fucked up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to talk about this thing. Again, videos, links for that will be down in the description below. Please check them out. And really, just don't support CyberBoi. This guy is a scumbag that doesn't deserve any attention, anything. And also, too, last thing I'll mention is, the biggest thing to prove that he was lying was that with all the people that have actually called him out for his bullshit, he actually turned off the comments on his videos just to, kind of, again, get away from people actually holding him accountable, because he himself cannot be held accountable for anything. He doesn't want to actually hold accountability for shit. But that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys on our next Legend of Zelda video. I hope you guys check that out when you guys get a chance. You guys have a great night. See you later. Oh, wait a minute. Not letting me.